Today, we're excited to show you two amazing spots in Singapore, the Flower Dome and the Cloud Forest. These places are like a dream come true, and we're eager to share their beauty. The Flower Dome in Singapore is a big attraction in Gardens by the Bay. It's like a huge glasshouse that copies the weather in Mediterranean places. This attraction is somewhat new and is part of the larger Gardens by the Bay area. People thought of making Gardens by the Bay, including the Flower Dome, around the mid-2000s. Singapore wanted to become known as a city with lots of gardens. They wanted to make a great garden place that people from all over the world would want to visit. To make this idea real, they had a big competition to pick the best design for the gardens. A UK company, Wilkinson Eyre Architects, along with landscape architects Grant Associates, won with their design. They started building Gardens by the Bay, which includes the Flower Dome, in 2007. The Flower Dome was one of the important parts of this big project. On November 29, 2011, they opened the Flower Dome to everyone. This was a big moment for Singapore because it showed their commitment to making a green and nice city. The Flower Dome is famous for its unique glass architecture. It has a tall glass dome that makes it feel like the Mediterranean climate inside. It's built really well to let in sunlight while keeping the temperature and humidity just right. The Flower Dome is like a special garden where they show off lots of different plants and flowers from places that have a Mediterranean climate. It's not just beautiful, but it's also a place to learn about different kinds of plants. Since it opened, the Flower Dome has won many awards for its design, how it helps the environment, and how it teaches people about plants. Gardens by the Bay, with the Flower Dome, has been growing and getting better since it started. They always have new flowers and events to keep visitors happy. Today, the Flower Dome is one of Singapore's most famous attractions. It's not only made the city look nicer but also shows that Singapore cares about nature and how cities are planned. People from all over the world come to see this special garden and enjoy its peaceful beauty. The Flower Dome is like a beautiful garden that has many different plants and flowers from places with Mediterranean-like weather. You'll see lots of plants, like olive trees, cacti, and colorful flowers. The building itself is impressive with its special dome shape and intricate steel and glass work. It lets in a lot of natural light, making it a bright and stunning place to visit. They change the flowers in the Flower Dome to match the seasons and special times like Christmas or spring. Depending on when you go, you might see flowers from different parts of the world. The Flower Dome isn't just pretty, it's also a great place to learn. There are signs that tell you about the plants, where they come from, and what makes them unique. It's a nice spot for photographers too, whether you're a pro or just love taking pictures. Singapore can get really hot and humid, but inside the Flower Dome, it's cool and comfortable. It's a great place to take a break from the heat. The Gardens by the Bay, which includes the Flower Dome, cares about nature and saving the environment. They show why it's important to take care of our world. When you visit the Flower Dome in Singapore, you'll be surrounded by beautiful plants, chances to learn, and a calm atmosphere. It's a must-visit for people who love nature and for tourists too. The Cloud Forest in Singapore is a fantastic attraction inside the Gardens by the Bay. It's a unique place that feels like a cool, misty mountain forest. It was made to go along with the Flower Dome and was designed to copy the cool climate of high mountains found in places like Southeast Asia and South America. The same company, Wilkinson Eyre Architects, that designed the flower dome, designed the cloud forest too. When you step inside the cloud forest, you'll feel the cool air and moisture. They create this atmosphere with a tall mountain structure covered in plants, waterfalls, and mist. It's a refreshing break from Singapore's hot weather. The main attraction in the cloud forest is the Cloud Mountain. It's a man-made mountain covered in different plants like ferns and orchids. You can take an elevator or walk up a circular path around it to see different levels, each with its own plants and altitude. There's also the Cloud Walk, a circular walkway around the Cloud Mountain that gives you amazing views inside the conservatory and the gardens around it. If you want to go even higher, there's a treetop walkway that lets you walk among tall trees and get a bird's eye view of the cloud forest. Just like the flower dome, the cloud forest is also a place to learn. They have displays and signs that teach you about mountain ecosystems, climate change, and why it's important to protect nature. When you come down from the Cloud Mountain, you'll find the Crystal Mountain Cave. It's an exhibit that shows beautiful minerals like stalactites and stalagmites, adding a geological touch to the cloud forest adventure. The cloud forest is big on being eco-friendly. They collect rainwater and reuse it inside, and they use energy-efficient technology to keep the place cool. Sometimes, the cloud forest hosts special events like art displays, exhibitions, and flower shows. So, check the schedule when you plan your visit. You can find the cloud forest and the flower dome at the same entrance in Gardens by the Bay. You can buy tickets separately for each or get a combo ticket to visit both. The cloud forest is a must-visit if you're in Singapore. It's not just a beautiful place but also teaches you about taking care of mountain ecosystems. Its unique design and misty environment make it a special part of Gardens by the Bay. Both the flower dome and cloud forest give a peaceful and immersive experience, which is why they are famous in Singapore. They aren't just beautiful to look at, but they also teach us why it's important to protect different kinds of plants. You can enter both places from the same door and choose to buy tickets for each separately or together. These places are great for nature lovers, photographers, families, and anyone who wants to escape Singapore's hot weather and enjoy the beauty of nature.